Hey, what if the next big war kicks off right in Asia's backyard? It's March 25th, 2025, and the buzz around China and Taiwan is getting loud. Like invasion before, 2026 loud. Beijing's flexing, Taiwan's digging in, and the world's holding its breath. Welcome to Tinderbox Talks, where we wrestle with the sparks that could light up the planet. Today we're diving in. Is China really gearing up to take Taiwan? What's pushing this edge? And could it all blow up by 2026? Pull up a chair. Let's hash this out. Alright, let's set the stage. Taiwan's this island, 23 million people, a democracy since the 90s, sitting 100 miles off China's coast. Beijing's been calling it theirs since, quote, 49, when the nationalists bolted there after losing the Civil War. For years, it's been this uneasy standoff. China says one country, Taiwan's like, nah, we're good. But lately, the vibe's shifting. Xi Jinping's made it his thing. Reunification by any means, maybe by force. He's got 2027 circled, 100 years of the People's Liberation Army. But some say 2026 could be go time. Why? Let's unpack the heat. First off, China's got the muscle and the mood. The PLA's ballooned 2 million troops, a navy that's outpacing the US in ships, 252 warships by late 24, says the Pentagon. They're running drills like it's a full-time job. Fighter jets buzzing Taiwan's air zone 1,700 times in 24 alone. Xi's speeches? All about historical destiny. He's not subtle. Then there's tech. Taiwan pumps out 60% of the world's chips, the tiny brains in your phone, car, everything. China wants that. Bad. Add Trump back in the White House, maybe less keen to jump in, and Beijing sniffing a window. Is this just saber rattling or a countdown? Taiwan's not sitting quiet, though. They've got 170,000 troops, small but scrappy, and they're stockpiling. Late 24, they nabbed $8 billion in US gear, F-16s, missiles, plus their own subs rolling out by 26. President Lai Ching-te's all defiance. We're not China's, and voters backed him in 24, shrugging off Beijing's threats. But here's the rub. China could swamp them. Think 300,000 troops crossing the strait in days per wargame nerds at CSIS. Taiwan's betting on grit and allies. But if the US blinks, it's David versus Goliath with no sling. Let's talk why 2026 is the hot date. US intel, like General Mike Minahan in 23, pegged 27, but chatter's shifting earlier. Why? Xi's 70 and 26, maybe wants his legacy locked. The PLA's hitting peak readiness, new carriers, hypersonic toys, around then. Plus, 26 is mid-Trump term. Less heat from a US election cycle, maybe less stomach for a fight. China's economy's wobbling too. Debt's up, growth's down to 4.5% in 24 per IMF. A quick win could juice national pride, distract from the grind. It's not a sure thing, but the stars are aligning. Kinda creepy, right? Now, the stakes, holy smokes, they're huge. A war here? It's not just Taiwan. The Strait's a trade chokehold. $2 trillion in goods yearly, 40% of global shipping. Shut that down, and shelves go bare. Japan, South Korea, us. Chips? A year-long drought could tank $600 billion in tech, says Rand. Then, there's the dominoes. US has a strategic ambiguity deal. Might fight, might not. Japan's got bases nearby, could jump in. India's eyeing China's moves too. If it pops off, we're talking millions displaced, thousands dead. CSIS says 10,000 casualties in 3 weeks, best case. This tinderbox is stacked high. What's China weighing? They've got the firepower, 1,200 fighters, 700 bombers, but the Strait's a beast, 100 miles of choppy water, typhoon season, Taiwan's cliffs. Invasion's no picnic. Think D-Day with drones. Rand says China could lose 10,000 troops in a month, plus ships galore. Sanctions would hammer them. $1 trillion in trade at risk. Oil cutoff. Xi knows the US might not stay out, 60% chance of jumping in, per war games. But if he thinks Trump's bluffing, or Taiwan folds fast, it's a gamble he might take. Pride's a hell of a drug. Taiwan's people, they're in it. Polls late 24 to 70% say they'd fight if China hits. Kids are training. Mandatory service bumped to a year in 23. But fear's real. China's drills feel like dress rehearsals. And 300,000 Taiwanese live in China, hostages if it goes south. The vibe split. Some want peace talks. Others say stand tall. History's brutal here. Tiananmen 89, Hong Kong 20. China doesn't mess around when it claims what's theirs. If 2026 is the year, it's not just maps changing. It's lives flipping upside down. Flip side. Could this stay cold? China loves the slow squeeze. Gray zone stuff. Like buzzing jets, hacking grids. They've got time. Why rush? US midterms 26 might shift focus. Taiwan's elections 28 could flip softer. Diplomacy's still breathing. EU's pushing trade over war. Japan's talking de-escalation. But Xi's not known for patience. 2022's no force off the table vibe lingers. If he skips invasion, it's economic chokeholds. 90% of Taiwan's oil's imported, easy to squeeze. Either way, this ain't cooling off soon. So where's this headed? Some say 2026 is too soon. Logistics, costs, risks. Others? They're betting on it. China's got motive means maybe the moment. Me, I'm just laying it out. This tinderbox is dry as hell, and the match is in Xi's hand. What do you think? War by 26? Or just more smoke? Hit the comments. Debate it with us. Team Invasion, it's coming. Brace yourself. Team Chill, nah, they'll wait it out. We'll shout out the sharpest takes next week. This is big. World's watching, and you're in the mix. That's episode 3 of Tinderbox Talks. China and Taiwan teetering on the edge. If you're hooked on these global wildfires, smack that subscribe button. More's on the way. Next week, we're jumping into another hot mess, so don't bounce. Catch you in the comments. Keep this fire alive.